Well, I'm just listening to you while reading the paper here, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Jeff Cole made the paper.
Oh, yeah.
You muckraker. Jeff Cole walking away from Fox 29 after 25 years. It has been our privilege of working with a one-of-a-kind journalist by the name of Jeff Cole. Yeah, one of a kind.
And I think it's always great because you always speak truth to power, whether you're, going after a crook or talking to a politician. We have a montage first, Jeff, so Jeff, you can hear him right off here. And just really the dedication and the work that you put in for 3 decades.
I think covering 9/11 will be the biggest story probably I will ever likely have covered in my career.
Representative, come on now, wait a minute. Stop a minute, come on. No. You need to answer some questions. Jeff Cole from Fox TV. Sir, what are you doing? You're on city time here. Why are you running away here? Have you told the school system about your arrest? Why are you running? You have a license to drive, don't you? You don't?
I just,
I'm sorry?
no, I don't.
How come?
I don't know.
I remember each and every one of these
Me too.
stories. So impactful,
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Good morning, folks. How are you all? It's always interesting to see yourself actually age on TV, right?
Yeah.
Remember, you can look at yourself as a much younger man, but certainly those stories bring back lots of memories here for sure.
So does one, vault to the front of all memories after 25?
Well, interestingly enough, the Ortiz story, you saw
Yes.
Angel Ortiz, who later on did get a license to drive,
Yeah.
but we did do some other reporting around as well, and he ended up on the cover of the Daily News, so that was quite the story. So certainly that one, and that was the very first one, but I also did a story on Wilson Good Jr. With the city council that ended up with his staffer at the time holding up a sign suggesting that I was a member of the Klan. That doesn't happen a lot, I think, in a reporter's career.
Yeah.
So certainly that one comes to mind as well. And we also did lots of policy stuff as well that I think
Dashed
was
up
important.
to 9/11, of course,
Yeah.
and all that, yeah.
I think it's always your investigations. You'd put the time in, and this is when we, at the 10 o'clock news, would go, and you'd be the lead of the 10 o'clock news, and the pieces would run 6, 7 minutes, and your writing is exceptional, and everything that you would do. I think clearly what you changed some of the window business in our neck of the woods.
Wow, yeah, so we did some work on window wizards, and folks in this community will remember window wizards. They did advertisements, they had somebody dressed up as a wizard, and we raised questions about their claims that they had a foam inside the frames of those windows that would insulate in some way. And we had a source who indicated that maybe they did not have that. And we bought a lot of windows, and we proved that in some instances they did not have those windows. We went and talked to them about it, and the owner at that time committed to try to repair all that. I think he did some of that, but I do know that Window Wizards doesn't exist anymore, and didn't exist very soon after we did the story.
You've been coming in here for 25 years.
I have.
So what are you feeling at 8 o'clock in the morning on the last day?
Well, it's funky because it's been almost a 47-year career. I know no one could look at me and think that that would absolutely be the case.
Well, you're fit.
Thank
I mean,
you.
You always work out, and
Yeah, that's right.
well preserved.
I like clothing, the whole thing. But
sad?
I'm not sad. No. I'm really not. I mean, I did my last piece yesterday on a SEPTA budget thing, and I thought that I could continue to report. I mean, I haven't lost an interest in journalism, but I truly do have an interest in changing my life, in moving to a different section, or at least back to where I came from.
Can you give us a hint on
Yeah,
that?
I'm clearly going to move back to New England. Lori and I, and of course I have 2 guys, Gabriel and Aiden. We'll see here, there they are. I don't know how it is I have such a beautiful wife and smart wife and 2 great-looking guys. And there they are again. Those pictures taken from my desk. But it's been a great career, and we have certainly gone hard. I think we've certainly made some change. We've made a lot of noise.
Yes.
I think noise and change are probably close here. Will I miss journalism? Yes. Will I miss the city? Absolutely. Do I want to change my life and move on and do some other things at 67? I absolutely do.
Do you have hobbies?
I do, yeah. I'm very much a music fan.
Yes.
So I listen to a lot of music. I like to read. I like to write.
One of your sons is a very good performer.
Yeah,
right?
well, Aiden, my younger boy, is 26 years old. He's a stage actor, went to Penn State, lives in New York. You can see him in New Canaan, Connecticut, at a regional theater. It's Prince Eric right there. It's Prince Eric in The Little Mermaid. And so we're certainly hoping that his career continues to rise. That's Gabe.
Yes.
There's Gaby right there with the steak, thing on. Gabriel works in environmental advocacy in Portland, Maine. I'm immensely proud of both my guys. I'm moving back to New England in part because I come from a big family. I was one of 6 kids.
Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, southeastern Mass. Most of my siblings are still there. And so I'll be up and closer to them. I have a twin brother, as I think you folks know.
Yep.
I was born at home. He was born at a hospital maybe a distance away.
And why did that?
He's in North Dakota.
Why did it happen that way?
1958, my mother did not, in fact, know, nor did her doctors, that she was pregnant with 2. So I was born at home, and she got to the hospital, and they said, "Hey,
Here comes another.
there's another child in here." My brother, they didn't have a name for my brother at the time, so I was Jeffrey, and a local paper actually covered the story because of the way
Sure.
in which they were.
And twins are very unusual.
And twins were unusual in that sense, and my mom didn't know. But of course, my brother, they didn't have a name for my brother at that time.
What
and
did
that
it end up-
made it into the newspaper.
What's his name?
And so we sort of used to kid him about that. He's Jonathan. He's Jonathan Charles Cole. I'm Jeffrey Chandler Cole.
Now, are you going to do regional theater yourself, or no? You want to sing your way off your...
I am
Have
not
it.
singing my way.
Teach him how to say goodbye.
I am not singing my way off. I mean, I'll do my investigative voice for you.
Please do.
Is this the break?
By the way, were you ever punched in the face or anything?
I was certainly knocked around a number of times. And I certainly want to acknowledge Mark LaValla, who I worked with
yes.
for a long time. He, too, did great work,
High
surveillance
mountain
work.
bands.
John Campbell, Gary Circa.
Yeah.
This kind of investigative work that you look for is absolutely ensemble work. It is ensemble work. And a lot of the producing and the photography work is hugely important, and they, in fact,
Say
do
goodbye,
it.
please.
Folks, do you want this to be funny, or do you just want me to make a
either way, I
sincere
don't care.
goodbye? No, I do want to, listen, I do in a really serious way want to say farewell to the people of Philadelphia who I've truly grown to really care for, and I think have sort of accepted me in a real way and seem to know me and have spoken to me, and in certain neighborhoods we're widely known. And I want to say to you folks that this morning show connects in a huge way in this city, and certainly to people in disadvantaged communities. They call you out, they ask for you folks all the time, and I think that's hugely important as we go forward in this country. What should I do? I should say,
Give your truth to power, Sid.
this is Good Day Philadelphia, and we'll be right back. Over and over again. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me on,
Clear.
guys.
Well done.